Hello, good morning and welcome to your Thursday morning. Yay! I hope you're feeling good and had nice Wednesdays and you're feeling ready to do a little bit of art with me today. It is day 29 of Inktober. The prompt today is shoes. Shoes. Do you know that? Yeah. But the thing that came to my mind was the illustrated books of Jacqueline Wilson. Any 90s kid who enjoyed the popular books of the time will know Jacqueline Wilson and her very captivating books all about growing up as a young adult, young lady. And they were illustrated by Nick Sharratt, the illustrator who illustrated Tracy Beaker, Double Act, The Suitcase Kid. There are many more. I have done a fair amount of Googling this morning because I wanted to do like a fun kind of, it just popped into my mind. I thought, oh my God, those books have such good illustrations. Turns out the shoes that I had in my mind, I couldn't find on Google. So I'm going to make them up in my mind. That's the vibe I'm going for though, just so you know. So if you're not interested in that, you can do your own thing as well. Shoes is relatively straightforward. I'm not going to get clever with it. I'm just going to get going. So let's start our drawing today. Yep. There we go. And I'm going to use my dip pen and ink, so make it a little bit of a challenge, this guy. Ooh, all these noises. Okay, but I'll probably use my brush a bit later as well. So I'm going to start simply by doing a line that comes straight down here. Well, not really straight, but comes down here. And then I'm going to turn this into like this, the side of the back of the boot. I'm going to do like little boots. So are they shoes? I mean, they are shoes. They're boots. So they're like chunky boots. But I'm not worrying at all. So that's the heel. And then it's going to come down to the front of the foot. Like that. I'm going to keep it kind of like jagged and angular. Oh, there's the drop. The daily drop. Bringing it up like that, and then I'm going to bring it up like that. Difficult with my dip pen. And complete it like so. Let's just mop that little bit up. I quite like the look of it, but it's just so dangerous because it's gonna, I'm gonna knock it and then it's gonna spread all over my fingers, and then the next thing I know it's gonna be on my face. So that's why I have to mop up the big bits like that. Okay, one rickety random shoe, and then I'm going to draw the other one here as if it's facing towards me. So I'm going to start with it a little bit higher, just a tinsy bit higher, and coming slightly in, and then slightly out. And down like that. Oh, there was too much ink in that dip. I didn't mop it off. Oh no, look what's going on today. Oh my goodness. All right, but this is fine. This is going with the theme of kind of like, ugh. It's just like a quick kid's scribble almost, but I thought it would be really satisfying. So these are my shoes. That is the base of my drawing. And now it's just a case of decorating. How fun is that? So I'm gonna do, I think I might decorate the outside of the shoes with dots because I have already made these marks, and that's where I'm going to start. So you can always think backwards if you're not sure what to decorate with. Just rinsed off my dip pen there. You can think a little bit backwards, and you can always do the background, you know, and then that will kind of give the subject of your work a bit of context, and then you can think, okay, I've got this spotty background thanks to chance. How do I want to combine the style? So I'm thinking like funky chick. Was it groovy chick and funky chick? What was that? That was a different thing from Jacqueline Wilson's books. And then as I got older, Tracy Beaker was like her main hit. There were like lots of books in the Tracy Beaker series, but then they made it into a actual like program with a real actress who I think was perfect to play Tracy Beaker. But by that point I was a little bit too old to love it, and I was like, nah, the books are better. One of those, you know. But it means that people younger than me will probably know who Jacqueline Wilson is, or at least Tracy Beaker. Don't ask me why she popped into my mind as soon as I heard the word shoes. I have no idea where that thought has been stored for the last however long. I'm liking this simple feel though. It's what I've been learning in my own art recently, is to allow the simplicity. It's harder than it sounds. I think, yeah, but I want to draw and make it really complex and show off all my skills. But actually, sometimes the skill is in seeing the beauty of the simple composition, simple mark. That's the real skill. It's like people that are good at talking, sometimes knowing when not to speak is more impressive. I don't know. All these thoughts come into my mind as I'm painting, and I just say them, and then you probably are just thinking, what are you talking about, Ness? Don't know where it comes from. Nice. Like, I like this enough that I could almost leave it here, but I won't, because that'll be the shortest video ever. Let's make these a bit dense. These dots, I mean. Back at it, a bit of DIY of a Thursday morning. Although the new shelves we put up look great, it's very exciting to be able to put plants up on shelves, because I've just been moving my plants around the floor so that they don't leave marks for the last few weeks, moving them into different spots. So they've all been a bit unsettled, you know, and I've been excited to give them their final destination. So we've got 3 plants up on the new shelves. We all got a good little water today. I've been a bit neglectful of that. Because I heard that when you water plants, even if they're in pots, say they're in like the plastic pots and then inside of like ceramic plant pots, they can still leave like condensation underneath the pot, so they can mark the surface that they're on. And that's terrified me moving into a new flat. I'm like, oh my God, what if my plants destroy everything? So I've been careful not to overwater them so there's not too much condensation. Don't know if it works like that or not. Put another one here. Nice, and then maybe a cheeky little one there, and then I think that's probably enough of a quick little review. I could put one here. I think that's probably enough. Could I put one there? Yeah, let's do it. I had a crazy dream last night about doing an art piece and I didn't love it. So then I went like really wild with it. And I can't remember now. I mean, boring story. I know dreams are boring stories, but it's funny that I was dreaming about not being happy with an art piece and then like letting loose on it and making it better. Because I remember distinctly saying in the dream, well, I don't love it, so it doesn't matter if I destroy it. Anyway, I think these look cool. Now I'm just figuring out how else I'm going to make them cool. Do I like it like that? It's a little bit too straightforward, so I'm going to have to do some kind of design, which might ruin it. Who knows? Let's do a design. So I'm just going to do mark making. This is to kind of help show that it is, the perspective of it is kind of a bit behind, maybe. Maybe I'll do straight lines. What boots are these? Where can I buy them? It is boot season. Yep. Maybe I'll do how would that work? Let's keep it kind of simple now. Let's keep it kind of simple. Just doing the lines. Of course, this is a free-for-all. You can do whatever design you like. You could even design the boots that you own or your dream pair of boots. Maybe I'll just do lots of lines. Could suggest hair. I just wanted to break the pattern that I'd drawn. So I'm just going to do that. Fairy boots. Fluffy boots would be awful in the snow, wouldn't they? Because they just get soggy. Look like a wet dog. I quite like this actually. Got enough ink on my dip pen. What do we think? They're kind of cool. Yeah, kind of cool. I'm going to do some detail up there. wonder what other people have done for shoes, whether everyone's just drawn a pair of shoes, or maybe people have drawn going into a shoe shop and selecting new shoes, maybe kids getting annoyed having to get new school shoes. That was always just the worst. Well, it was like a high pressure situation because you didn't have like time. You wouldn't be patient. Your parents wouldn't be patient with you to be able to pick your dream school shoes. But it'd always be like a negotiation between the ones that you wanted, the ones that you thought looked good, and the sensible ones that fall in line with what you're allowed. I always remember being a bit stressed about getting new school shoes because then you're stuck with them for the whole year or so, or maybe even 2. I can't remember now. I mean, I wear shoes to death these days. I don't know if that's because I used to wear school shoes to death too. Who knows? All right. Well, it's been pretty chill today, guys. I think I am gonna leave it there. Am I? Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm tempted to put some blocky bits of ink in the design, but I think that I like the kind of thin design of the shoe and then the blocky polka dot behind. So I think I am going to leave it there. Simplicity, kind of. And then we have shoes for the day. Jacqueline Wilson style. I could see that if it had a bit of colour being in a Jacqueline Wilson book. Maybe. A bit high there. So thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow it's Friday and it's our last day of Inktober. The official last day is on Halloween on Saturday, and the prompt word is crawl, for like crawling along for Halloween. So if you want to do that, maybe I'll do it and post a picture on my Instagram. But for tomorrow, we will be here for day 30. Interesting prompt word. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Take care of yourselves. Have amazing Thursdays. Bye.